Because how can the Antichrist get in power without the military might of the United States? How can the Antichrist get in power without our technology, without our infrastructure of world government that's already set up?
You all look great. The end of the Republic has never looked better.
Folks, there is a new world order that's being created.
We need a new global financial order.
I urge the international community to embrace its responsibility for creating that new world order, a new world order based upon collective action.
When our founders declared a new order of the ages, they were acting on an ancient hope that is meant to be fulfilled.
There is a chance for the President of the United States to use this disaster to carry out what his father, a phrase his father used, I think, only once, and hasn't been used since, and that is a new world order.
Where are we as we think about this time in American foreign policy? Are we at a special moment which is being redefined? Or are we creating a new world order?
We're seeing a new world order now being built, a post-World War II world order. And I don't think America can retreat from that. I think we have to balance and adapt and adjust to the realities and the currents of this new world order. We meet here at a moment of testing for Europe and the United States, and for the international order that we have worked for generations to build.
You're about to graduate into a complex and orderless world. So I think that everything that we've lived and learned tells us that we will never come out on top if we accept advice from soundbite salesmen and carnival barkers who pretend the most powerful country on earth can remain great by looking inward and hiding behind walls at a time that technology has made that impossible to do and unwise to even attempt. Because this university is blessed with a global vision, and so are you, its graduates now.
I believe we, and particularly you, your class, has an incredible window of opportunity to lead in shaping a new world order for the 21st century.
What is the New World Order? Well, when we talk about the New World Order, what we're talking about is a one world government, a one world religion, and a one world financial system. Now, the reason why people refer to this as the New World Order is because if we think about it, the current world order, meaning the way things are in the world right now, is that we have separate nations, don't we? We have about 200 separate nations that are sovereign. They have power over their own affairs. They're not all united under one government. And when we think about the current religious state, we have a multitude of religions in this world. We have Christianity and all of its various facets and denominations, but we also have religions like Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and these religions are definitely not united. They're separate religions. That's the current order of things. Not only that, but we have different financial systems. Here we use the dollar. If we went to Mexico, we're using pesos. If we go to Canada, we're going to be on a different dollar, a Canadian dollar. All over the world, there are all these different currencies. So when we talk about the New World Order, we're talking about a world in which there's one government, where there's one religion and one financial system.
What does New World Order mean, and what does it mean for the future?
It means new responsibilities to keep the peace, because there's only one superpower left.
Of the many reasons given for going to war in the Persian Gulf, one rings out for its soaring, if vague, ideals.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States!
President Bush calls it the New World Order.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind. With few exceptions, the world now stands as one. The world can therefore seize this opportunity to fulfill the long-held promise of a new world order. We can find meaning and reward by serving some higher purpose than ourselves, a shining purpose, the illumination of 1,000 points of light.
President Bush's New World Order is very much an evolving idea. He may be keeping it vague deliberately. In any case, it is easier to invoke than it is to explain or to implement.
Obviously, they are talking about globalization. They're talking about the merging of nations and of continents under an economic system, under a military system, and a governmental system, all of which, of course, the elite would control for their own purposes.
The president first spoke of a new world order amid the collapse of communism in Eastern Europe, the revolutions of 1989. But critics observe it is more than just the absence of the Cold War. It is building new institutions to manage crisis and change.
If you look at the speech that George Bush made in context, where he talks about a new world order, he's referring to a world where the United States is the one superpower. You see, there used to be two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. But when the Soviet Union fell, you're left with one superpower in the world, the United States. And when the global elites like, George W. Bush or Bill Clinton or any of these people use the term New World Order, that's what they're referring to. That's what they mean by it.
In the wake of the Cold War, in a world where we are the only remaining superpower, it is the role of the United States to marshal its moral and material resources to promote a democratic peace. It is our responsibility. It is our opportunity to lead. There's no one else.
Today, America is the undisputed superpower. We have climbed a high mountain over these last 200 years to attain that responsibility of being the world's only superpower. There is no doubt about it that today, America is number one militarily, economically, scientifically, technologically.
We are the one superpower in the world today. Everybody acknowledges that. Everybody. That's not controversial.
I think it is accurate to say that the outcome of the Gulf War has confirmed that the United States is the sole remaining superpower in the world.
We are, whether we like it or not, and I like it, the only superpower in the world.
We are the only true superpower in the world.
As the world's only superpower, the United States has unique responsibilities that we gladly embrace. Our military has no peer. The odds of a direct threat against us by any nation are low.
We spend more money on our military than the next 10 countries put together.
It will be your generation's task to respond to this new world. It is America that the world looks to for help. The question each of you will face is not whether America will lead, but how we will lead. Not just to secure our peace and prosperity, but also extend peace and prosperity around the globe.